Welcome back, guys, and thank you so much for joining me. I wanted to make a really quick video just talking about two things that I found out earlier today. So it appears that for now, the Dark Universe has been put on pause. Alex Kurtzman and Chris Morgan, who are the executive producers of this Dark Universe, have departed the entire project altogether, which I am very grateful for. Alex Kurtzman had no business being anywhere near the Dark Universe or any cinematic universe whatsoever. Alex Kurtzman was involved in the production and writing of some of the Transformers films and that god-awful piece of crap, The Amazing Spider-Man 2. And it's like the executives at Universal, you look at The Amazing Spider-Man 2 and you see how crappy that movie was. Regardless, the movie business is a business. I understand you want to get somebody that has the ability to create a cinematic universe. That's fine. But you get Alex Kurtzman? His idea of an entire cinematic universe was destroyed with one movie. One movie with The Amazing Spider-Man 2 that was trying to set up 8 films before it made one good film. It destroyed the entire universe to the point where Sony had no choice. Well, I can't say they didn't have a choice, but to the point where Sony made a deal with Marvel Studios because I assumed they were just tired of making crappy fucking movies. There is no reason why the Spider-Man movies, which is arguably one of the most important and most relatable, coolest characters in Marvel Comics, that these movies can't make $1 billion. The reason why they can't is because the executives at Sony and the people that get to write these films don't know what the fuck they are doing. Alex Kurtzman was too busy trying to set up Venom and the Sinister Six before making a good movie. And he does the same thing over at Universal with the Mummy and the Dark Universe. He is so concerned, and the other executives at Universal are so concerned with setting up this later cinematic universe before they focus and make one good fucking movie. The Mummy is pure fucking garbage. When I was watching a film, I couldn't believe the nonsense that I was watching. This film has a 16% on Rotten Tomatoes, and I think that's way too fucking high. This deserves a 0. This film is absolute garbage. Not even Russell Crowe, not even Tom Cruise could fix the fucking garbage that this movie is. 16%? That's way too high. This film has made over $400 million worldwide. It did really well overseas and couldn't even crack $100 million in the US. Why? Because it's garbage. Yes, $80 million is still a lot of money. It's more money than I would probably ever have in my lifetime. But still, like, that's not something you want to start off with for your entire cinematic universe. So what am I getting at here? Universal came out and they are essentially putting a halt on the Universal Dark Universe of these Monsters movies. They're putting a halt on it, and they've actually been shopping around to different studios, different production agencies to see what they can do to revitalize these films. Now, they're not the only person who's had to take a step back and say, hey, this didn't work. Let's see what we could do to revitalize the franchise to maybe start over. They tried it with The Wolfman, they tried it with Dracula Untold, and now with The Mummy, and just these things are just not working. They are trying to put too much money into this universe, into these movies, and one of the bigger problems with The Mummy is that it was written by 6 different people. And I talked about this in my Mummy review, and you could go and watch my Mummy review. I also did a complete spoilers review on my Careful for Spoilers podcast, plug, and it's just, this is the problem. 6 different writers for one film? How do you not think that's going to be a problem? They're trying to be the Brendan Fraser movies. They're trying to take it back to the early 30s and 40s when they were making these monster movies, trying to make them more of horror films, and they failed on all accounts. And I applaud Universal. I will applaud them for seeing their mistake, taking a step back, getting Alex Kurtzman and Chris Morgan to step away from the franchise and to see what else they could do. They have been talking to Blumhouse, who has been doing an amazing job with their films, making these really high quality films with low budgets. And for these monster movies, I think that's a perfect platform, and I think they should move everything over to Blumhouse and just focus on making really good individual films, and much like the Netflix shows, have them exist in the MCU, but they don't interact with the other characters, so that you can take your time and simply focus on these individual characters and just make good films. Guys, I could rant about that all day, but I did want to get to one other thing. I wanted to talk about Ben Affleck possibly not returning as Batman after Justice League. Now, I saw an interview recently. This was maybe, I think it was yesterday actually, where Ben Affleck is in an interview and he just looks so incredibly bored. And the interviewer asked him, hey, you've been Batman for 3 films now. Do you think we'll get 5? Do you think we'll get more? And Ben is like, I don't know about that. We'll see. We'll see what happens. And you could tell that he's just not interested. I mean, I wouldn't be interested. I think that one of the main reasons why Ben came on to direct and write these films is because he was, the reason why he wanted to get in to be Batman is because he was going to write it, he was going to direct it, and I think once they took that away from him, as much as the media wants you to believe that it was an amicable split, that it was just like, yeah, maybe playing the character, writing it and directing it wouldn't be the best thing, that's all bullshit. Ben is just tired. I personally think he's just tired of Warner Brothers. He's tired of being the character. And once he's done with Justice League, he's done. At Comic-Con, he was talking about, oh, I would be at 8 for Matt Reeves. I would play at 8 for Matt Reeves. All of that is PR bullshit. He is playing the most iconic character in DC Comics. I don't care what you think, and I do care what you think. Let me not say it like that. But Batman is the most important, coolest, most interesting, most profitable character in DC Comics. One of the longest running comics in DC. And he has had the privilege and the honor to play Batman. But I mean, as an actor, as a professional, as a brilliant director that Ben Affleck is, I cannot blame him for wanting to step away because he has no creative control over this character whatsoever. And I wouldn't be upset if Matt Reeves got a completely different actor to be Batman for his trilogy. Will I miss Ben Affleck? Yes. I personally think that he is the best Batman that we have gotten. Christian Bale is amazing, but Christopher Nolan does not know how to shoot action fight sequences. The fight sequences in the Dark Knight trilogy were absolute garbage and I hated them. And the fight sequences in BVS, oh man, were they fucking cool. And that's the Batman that I want to see. I want to see more of a detective Batman. I want to see more of the brutality that Batman brings. And that's something that Ben Affleck did in just a short time playing this character. And I can't wait to see Justice League in about a week and a half, depending on when you're watching this video. Guys, thank you so much for watching this video. If you like this video, please let me know in the comments. What do you think about all of this news? Let's have a conversation. Hit that like button, hit the subscribe button, and I will see you guys next time.